These 5 mistakes are the ones that are keeping you from breaking 100. Fix them fast. Hi, my name's Justin Clumbal, and if you don't know me, I'm the creator of BreakingBogeys.com, where we are transforming people's games to helping them beat score barriers such as breaking 100, breaking 90, and even breaking 80. I'm so excited to share with you these 5 mistakes that a lot of people are making that are typically preventing people from breaking their score barriers, specifically trying to break 100. Let's dive right in. Going for the hero shot. A lot of times people have humongous confidence in themselves when they're hitting a shot when it comes to the types of shots that they're trying to hit. So going for flags that are tucked back right or back left, trying to hit shots that are threading between 2 trees, being a little too courageous in their shot selection out on the golf course. Being smarter about the choices that you're making when it comes to the shot selection that you have on the golf course is one way to really start lowering your score fast. So I would love for you to take some advice from a great player named Bobby Jones, and he used to say, plan conservatively, but execute aggressively. So if you're one that has a lot of confidence on the golf course and you just kind of go for it, we like that swing attitude when you're actually executing the shot. But when it comes to the strategy of the types of shots that you are hitting, we want to be able to plan more conservatively and have bigger targets. So aiming for fat parts of the green, maybe even missing greens on purpose and avoiding trouble at all costs. These are the types of things that you need to be more focused on when you're trying to break 100 or break your next new score barrier. Number 2, skipping short game practice. Yes, I admit it. Full swing is way more fun and way more engaging to be practicing when you're on the driving range. It's super fun to hit the ball far, but if your goal is to be able to shoot lower scores and get to that next level, focusing in on short game is going to be crucial. I always suggest to my students to use the 1/3 theory, which is to spend 1/3 of your time on putting, 1/3 of your time on short game, and 1/3 of your time on full swing. This will help you spread your attention to all the important parts of the game. And when it comes to shooting lower scores, typically those shots inside of 100 yards is what's going to help you lower your score the fastest. Mistake number 3, trying to hit driver on every single hole. In reality, when you're trying to break 100, all you really need to do is have 9 double bogeys and 9 bogeys. So if you can make 9 double bogeys and 9 bogeys, you shoot 99 for 18 holes. If you're playing a par 72, which is most golf courses. In order to bogey or even double bogey any hole, most holes you don't always have to be hitting driver off the tee. So if you're playing one of those really narrow holes that has a lot of trees and a lot of trouble, maybe teeing off with a hybrid or a fairway wood or even an iron to make sure that you're getting the ball in play. As a mentor of mine once used to say, if you keep your ball in play, you'll score all day. So keeping the ball in play off the tee might mean not hitting driver all the time when you're out on the golf course. Practicing with not enough engagement. Engagement comes from having more measurability and pressure in your practice. A lot of people tend to just practice randomly without any plan at all. But if you can have a little bit more of engagement in your practice, it can really help you with getting more out of your practice. A lot of times what people tend to do is that they put too much time into one specific idea. So my suggestion is for you to only spend 10 to 15 minutes maximum on a particular skill and then move on to another skill. So do not practice full swing for too long. I actually sometimes will have people do about 10 minutes of full swing practice, then go do 10 minutes of putting practice, then do some 10 minutes of bunker practice, and then come back to the full swing. Putting too much time into one particular idea where you're just hitting the ball after ball after ball will actually start to become boring after a while. And if you start to get bored, you will start to lose engagement and you'll actually start hitting bad shots just purely out of being bored. So you have to keep your engagement high by being able to keep measurability and then also adding pressure and then also adding some variability to your practice. And then finally, the 5th mistake that a lot of players have that are struggling to break 100 is that they have the two-way miss. What's the two-way miss? Is that sometimes they slice the ball and sometimes they hook the golf ball. Good players have a consistent curvature. And also, good players don't try to hit the ball straight. So if you are somebody who's fading the ball, that's great. Let's keep fading the golf ball, but make sure every golf ball fades, meaning that they all curve to the right for a right-handed golfer. When you do practice your full swing, see if you can hit a certain amount of balls in a row that are all curving in the same direction. Having that consistent curvature is going to help you play a lot more consistent golf. If you have not watched my video on how to curve the ball right and left, I'm going to put it in the description below. Be sure to go watch that video because it will help you immensely on getting a understanding of how the ball curves and how you can get a much more consistent curvature when you're practicing. I have built the Breaking Bogeys Bootcamp to solve all of these issues. It's currently free for a limited time, so go to breakingbogeys.com to sign up. I can't wait to see you there. Let's break bad golf together.